What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. Let's go.
What happened in this men's Olympic basketball final will simply go down in history. USA versus France, the score is tight, and even Noah Lyles must have cheered at that shot. The crowd goes wild.
Look at Victor Wembanyama.
Embiid and Halliburton gave a night-night, not to mention LeBron James, who also did it. Right after the game, there was even a video that Curry posted celebrating with Anthony Edwards.
I'm on the bench like, hold on, I know he hot, but hey, buddy just trucked out. You know what you should have did? You should have pointed at both of them niggas.
I should have.
You should have pointed at both of them and said,
Hey, that's what James did that back in the day. You, wow.
This guy is insane. But this wasn't just a game. It was Curry reminding the world why he's the greatest shooter of all time.
Facts.
On the big
A lot of times when individuals aren't hot the way they expect you to be, because at the end of the day, when you really legendary as Steph Curry, you never really, how can I put this? You never really get cold. You know what I'm saying? You're always legendary in your own way. But it's a simple fact that a lot of times people expect basketball players, and this specifically, in particular, Steph Curry, to always shoot threes and constantly get hot. But at the end of the day, you can't take away the impact and how impactful he was with the game of basketball, with just changing the whole trajectory of the NBA when it came to individuals having to make threes, and even bigs being or having a capability to make threes now. So he'll always go down as legendary because he had changed the trajectory of the NBA, incorporating the three-point game to the highest extent ever. So just because he may not be hot in regards to the outcome that a fan or the fans may want him to be, he still has that capability to be on fire. You know what I'm saying? Super hot fire. You know what I'm saying? I remember that game as a kid playing NBA Jam. You know what I'm saying? Boom shakalaka. You know what I'm saying?
age possible. But here's the kicker. He did it alongside LeBron James and Kevin Durant, forming a trinity of basketball greatness that we may never see again.
Facts.
Team USA's journey to this gold medal wasn't a bed of roses. Remember the 2019 World Cup? 7th place? The 2021 Olympics? Sure, they won gold, but it was with what many called a B team. And let's not even talk about the 2023 World Cup. They couldn't even snag bronze. But then, something changed. LeBron James, the king himself, committed to the 2024 Olympics and started making some calls. Suddenly, we had a dream team on our hands. LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid. Curry dropped 24 points with a mind-blowing...
So comment down below, family. Do you think that LeBron James making a calls or making some calls changed the narrative or change the trajectory of who they was going to put on the Team USA from the beginning? Did it take for LeBron James to get on the Olympics, this year for others to get on board? Curious. Comment down below you guys' perspective. I'm curious.
8 out of 12 from beyond the arc. That's a 66.7% three-point percentage in an Olympic final. But it wasn't just about the numbers. It was about the timing. With just under 3 minutes left in the game and France breathing down their necks, Curry decided enough was enough. He proceeded to hit not one, not two, but 3 massive three-pointers, each shot more audacious than the last.
First of all, 3 massive, that's light work for Steph. Let's not even get the game twisted. You know what I'm saying?
The arena in Paris went from a cauldron of French hope to a showcase of American excellence, all because of Curry's hot hand. The French fans were stunned into silence, while the American contingent couldn't contain their joy. This was Curry doing what Curry does best, changing the game in the blink of an eye, or in this case, in the swish of a net. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just any game. This was the Olympic final. Curry's 24 points are now the highest ever scored by an American in an Olympic gold medal game. In the biggest game, on the biggest stage,
shout out to that. Still being impactful.
Curry delivered one of the biggest performances in USA basketball history. Now, as incredible as Curry's performance was, this wasn't a one-man show.
Kevin Durant.
Let's talk about the other 2 members of our Golden Trinity, LeBron James and Kevin Durant. LeBron, at 39 years old, showed why he's still considered the best all-around player in the game. He put up a triple-double, only the second player ever to do so in Olympic history. We're talking 14 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds. But numbers don't tell the whole story. LeBron's leadership on the court was palpable. He was directing traffic, making crucial defensive stops, and most importantly,
I feel like LeBron James did a did a good job in playing a vital role in regards of knowing when to chip in and knowing when not to chip in. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when to pull back and knowing when to give a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when to give a little bit of something and knowing when to give a little bit of more of something. And he did a good job, in regards of rebounds. Basically, like sitting back and playing the corner a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to take on that corner role of chipping in when it's necessary. And that's what greats do. They get to it and they get through it and they get to it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for Steph Curry as well. Came through it in a crucial moment that was essential.
Curry for those game-changing threes. Then there's Kevin Durant. KD quietly put up 15 points, but his impact went far beyond the box score. His mere presence on the court stretched the French defense, creating space for his teammates. And when it mattered most, in the fourth quarter, Durant's defensive intensity went through the roof.
Durant can play defense when he wants. You got to give him that. But even when he came back off his injury, he came back on fire a bit, man. He was, if I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm always open to the possibility of being wrong. My man was chopping down some threes like he was chopping down wood like a tree chopper. You know what I'm saying? So
He was contesting shots, grabbing rebounds, and making life miserable for the French offense. But what makes this trio so special is their chemistry. These are three of the greatest players of their generation, each with their
facts.
own legacy, their own style of play. Yet on this Olympic team, they moved like a single unit. Durant described it best after the game, saying the team's nonverbal communication was off the charts. They were anticipating each other's moves, covering for each other on defense, and most
It
importantly,
was
they were
natural
having
chemistry,
fun doing it.
organic
Now,
chemistry.
let's zoom out a bit and talk about what this victory means in the bigger picture. Remember Noah Lyles, the track star who stirred up controversy by questioning the use of world champions for NBA winners?
The NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what?
Well, this Olympic performance was the perfect response. Lyles argued that to be world champions, you need to compete against the world. Fair point. But what happens when you bring together the best of the NBA, undoubtedly the world's top basketball league, and pit them against the best the world has to offer? You get this USA team.
I feel like my man just want more clout or something, more publicity. But at the end of the day, the greats get to it, they get through it, but let alone they don't even care about the visibility of it. They're being impactful and letting their game speak for themselves. So let your track record for you running track speak for itself. My man, just because he put in work, he expecting everybody to give him all this visibility and publicity. If you're doing it for publicity, I don't know. But you know, no disrespect to the track star, but why do you care? You're being impactful. You're representing the USA, bro. That speaks volumes within itself. How much notoriety do you want? Stop being a little girl. Stop worrying about participation trophy points and accolades in regards to being highly publicized. Lace up your track spikes, hush it up, and do what you do, man. Representing the best country, an amazing country in the world, the land of the free, United States of America, bro. Do that, bro.
And you get this result. France was no pushover. They had NBA talent of their own, including the phenomenal Victor. The 20-year-old giant put up an impressive 26 points and 7 rebounds in his first Olympic final. The French team fought hard, even cutting the lead to just 3 points with 3 minutes left.
Look at what's his man name? He play on the Timberwolves. What's his name? I can't even remember. He was Defensive Player of the Year. I gotta get his name right. Put some respect on it. Give me 1 second, family. Rudy Gobert. There we go.
They had home
I've been receiving
Come on, man. Let's get back to it, family. Sorry about the delay here. Um, anyway, let's go.
Home court advantage, with the Bercy Arena in Paris packed with French supporters. And yet, against all that, Team USA still came out on top. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. It was Curry, LeBron, and Durant saying, "We're not just NBA champions, we're the best in the world, period." This
Facts.
performance silenced critics who questioned USA basketball's dominance. It proved that when America sends its best, they're still the team to beat. The gap might be closing, but make no mistake, there's still a gap. Now, let's talk about the legacy this Golden Trinity leaves
Let's talk
behind.
about that. The gap might be closing, but there's still a gap. Hmm. Yeah, there's still a gap, but this should inspire other NBA players to continue to be great and be the upcoming generation to continue, let alone have the consistency of keeping that gap sustained. You know what I'm saying?
This Olympic tournament wasn't just about winning gold, it was about cementing legacies. For Steph Curry, this
Facts.
was the one accolade missing from his illustrious career. He's changed the game with his long-range shooting in the NBA, won multiple championships and MVP awards, but Olympic gold had eluded him until now. And boy, did he make it count. His performance in the final will go down as one of the greatest in Olympic basketball history. LeBron James, already considered by many as the GOAT, added another chapter to his storybook career. At 39, when many players have already hung up their sneakers, he's out there getting triple-doubles in Olympic finals.
Mm.
This gold medal further cements his status as one of the most versatile and enduring players the game has ever seen. And then there's Kevin Durant. With this victory, KD becomes the first man to win 4 Olympic gold medals in basketball. Let that sink in for a moment. 4 Olympic golds. That's a record that might stand for a very long time. But perhaps the most significant legacy is what these 3 accomplished together. In an
Facts.
era of super teams and player empowerment, Curry, LeBron, and Durant showed what happens when 3 of the greatest players of their generation put aside their egos and play for something bigger than themselves. They've set a new standard for USA basketball. Future teams will be measured against this performance. They've shown that even as international basketball continues to improve, the USA can still dominate when they bring their A game and their A team. But here's the thing, folks. As amazing as this performance was, it also raises some intriguing questions about the future of USA basketball and the NBA. First off, can this level of dominance be sustained? LeBron is 39, Curry is 36, and Durant is 35. They're not getting any younger. Will the next generation of American basketball stars be able to fill their shoes on the
That's what I
international
said.
stage? And what about the rest of the world?
If anything, they should take advantage of the opportunity of even having these brothers still in the game and still playing currently um, to have iron sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, the USA won gold, but let's not forget how close some of those earlier games were. The gap is closing. Countries like France, Serbia, and even newcomers like South Sudan are proving they can hang with the best.
Yeah.
Is this the last hurrah of American basketball dominance, or the beginning of a new era of global competition? What did you
The global competition has already begun. It's already took place, let alone most individuals that are being recruited in the NBA are starting to be more international than ever. We still got Americans, but from a top tier level, like first draft pick, it's been a lot of international individuals stepping up and being and gaining a lot of notoriety, or notoriety. Sorry, family, in the NBA. I couldn't get it right, but you get my point. And because at one point back then, the NBA used to just be strictly American players, as we all know. So
Steph Curry's performance? Was it the best you've ever seen in an Olympic final? And about this Curry, LeBron, and Durant trio, where do they fit in Olympic basketball history? Tell me in the comments. It was undoubtedly a pleasure for everyone to see this moment. Until next time.
well, they all equally fit in the impact of being very impactful for the game of basketball, and they'll go down for the ages, and generations to come. From a generational impactful standpoint of being just attributing uniquely in every different in different 3 different forms when it comes to Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron. They all have different niches in regards of the skills they have displayed to the NBA. Um, to be impactful, which changed the trajectory of the NBA, but also attributed to other possible skills that can take place. Got LeBron with his flashy passes, the sustainability and the longevity, as long as he be playing at his age. You got Kevin Durant, you know, scoring points and being able to put points on the board and always being having the capability to easily score 25, 30 plus points. Um, and being a great post up shooter. No doubt about it. Definitely that post fadeaway shot reminds me of Kobe, but and Michael Jordan, then Kobe, then KD was the best to ever do it. When it comes to that post up fadeaway. And then Steph Curry just, man, being able to have an automatic shot when it comes to shooting that basketball and making those 3 points, man. So that's my take on it. Comment down below yours, family. What do you think in regards of impact wise and cementing themselves as being legendary as they are? How do Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron incorporated that legacy in the NBA and how they cemented it? I'm curious to get you guys' opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let the love supersede the hate. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Until next time, family. Peace.